Hi, I'm Dan Griffin with JetWingLLC. I came up with a new product to enhance the steering of a jet drive, outdrive. Anybody knows that with an outdrive, with a jet rather, that when you run at a low speed, they're hard to control. So I invented a wing that adapts to the motor, that will give you the steering control you need at a low speed, and also helps you retrieve your boat on your trailer, as you'll see in the video shortly.
So tell me basically what is it that's occurring right now with the steering that you're in an idle speed with your jet drive.
With a jet drive, the boat understands high RPMs. At low RPMs, the boat has a hard time. You have to wrestle the boat in order to keep it on course. That's what I'm demonstrating now. Where if you want to troll with this motor, or even putting it on a trailer, that you have a hard time getting the boat to line up straight. It's a constant battle trying to, you correct it, then you have to overcorrect it, then you have to overcorrect it. You're just back and forth with it at a low RPM. Like I said, the boat understands high RPMs, but at a low RPM, it's just completely, you're fighting it. If somebody wanted to take this boat in troll, then 9 out of 10 they just quit trolling because they're tired of fighting the boat back and forth.
With the JetWing on, what will occur?
It'll take all this out of the steering. With the wings on the motor, this boat will go from this to that.
And I can feel the boat turning just as you shortly held the steering wheel in one place. Where after the jet wing's in place, it's going to continually operate without having to fight the wheel at all.
Right. You won't have to compensate so much on trying to keep the boat on course.
I mean, you can actually see, I'm going to go back to the engine here, you can actually see the engine turning as you're fighting the boat to keep the boat in a straight path.
Right. And if you get any kind of breeze like we have today, or you're getting a real bad current, then, anybody that owns a jet knows how you have to fight the steering wheel on a jet. Now, like I said again, with you going from point A to point B at high RPMs, the wing absolutely does nothing for you. It's just that when you slow down to, retreat, let's say you want to retrieve your boat and put it back on the trailer, then this gives you the control you need to line up on the trailer and get it in without having to fight it. Because I know some people that have jets, including myself, that have to make 2 to 3 times or tries to get the boat on the trailer.
Or otherwise, it will just drive on just like an outboard.
It'll absolutely. Now, because with a jet, all you have is the intake is sucking up the water and blowing it out the rear. There's no fins whatsoever to stabilize this boat. With the JetWing, you got 2 fins on each side of the motor that'll give you the steering control that you need.
Notice here how he's constantly fighting the boat to approach the trailer. It makes it very difficult for him to run a straight line to load the boat. Turning the engine constantly just to keep the boat straight. All right, Dan, if you will, show us how the JetWing installs on your jet pump here.
Alrighty. Well, it's very simple. Let's get the motor up here first. What you do, doesn't take any drilling. You don't have to do any modifications. We already have one put together that you seen that was in the package. These are all the tools that's necessary. A 1/2-inch wrench, a 7/16, and an Allen wrench. The Allen wrench does come with a package. Okay? You don't take the intake off. You just simply take these two nuts and these two nuts. You do not disturb the intake.
So you don't need to break any seal?
Nope, don't have to break any seals. I'm just using my ratchet wrench to speed the process up. Okay. You want it to go on just like a wing. So this is facing in this direction. We supply all the hardware. Some bolts you have to use a half nut because of the studs. On the newer models, they sandwich the weir in between the intake and the pump, which takes away some of the stud that you need. So we provide a half nut lock to secure the wing on the newer models. As my model, this one here, the stud's long enough that I do not have to, I can just simply use the hardware that's on the motor. Well, the right direction here. If I can get my wrench to cooperate. You see how simple that is? That side's done. I put in the on the brochure, it takes about 15 to 30 minutes to put it together and put it on your boat. So like I said, there's no drilling, no modifications that you have to do to your motor. It's very simple. One thing I'd like to show you before we put the motor down, I'll get my golden rule, and I want to show you, I get asked this a lot, does it take anything away from the boat running in shallow water? There's your answer.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Does not change anything.
When you're running at high speed, maybe that much of the wing is in the water. When the boat settles at low speed, then you can see the water line is about right here. Then the wing is in the water and gives you the control that you need at a low speed. Very simple.
Okay, Dan, here we are with the fins on.
Okay. Now I want to show you how the boat reacts now with the wing on. Now you can see that you just barely touch this steering wheel. You got a little bit of wind, but it's not affecting the boat that much. Before, you knew how you had all the wrestling back and forth. Now you don't have that. You can actually drive the boat. Before, you seen all the motor back there. Now you hardly see anything on the boat. And the boat's going straight.
It's incredible the difference.
It's incredible the difference that it makes from the handling of this boat.
It's even more enjoyable as a rider because you don't feel like you're, fishtailing down the lake.
And if you got a slow day of fishing, you want to troll, then you can troll with this boat now.
Yep.
And it makes it so much easier to put on the trailer. You can see it on the high speed. The wings are moving out the water except for a little bit of the bottom of the fins. And when it's running slow like it is right now, the wings are completely in the water. Just very little steering now.
Very little turning movement with the engine. All these jet wings are underwater completely stabilizes the engine. So slow speed boat control is phenomenal. So I'm using a JetWing.
The downfall with having a jet. Some fishermen, they just go from point A to point B at a high speed, drop their anchor. Well, some of them, use their trolling motor. And then there's others that, if you're trying to get into an area that you want to get in and fish, it makes it a whole lot easier because now you can control the boat at a low speed. Getting a little bit of wind.
Incredible, man. Incredible.
Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. This should show you how that the JetWing maneuvers the boat. And if you're interested in getting a JetWing, you can get it at your local dealer, or you can get it at www.JetWingLLC.com on my internet, or see your local dealer. Guys, happy boating.